Hi folks, just as promised yesterday, we have another daily video blog. Please note that I call them video blogs because I get hard to get my tongue around the term vlog for some reason. As I said to you yesterday, before I finished up, the main point of this evening's episode will be to just check in on how we're going as regards the couple of bets I mentioned in the golf yesterday evening, and I am very glad to report that of the three or four fellas I mentioned, I know I ended up back at 4 in the finish. We have bearing in mind that, as I said at the time the bet was placed and indeed recommended, the bet was done on the terms that Paddy Power were paying out on the first 10 places in the US Masters at Augusta on bets that were done anti-post. Now, what anti-post means, for those of you not au fait with betting terminology, anti-posts are bets that were placed before the event started, and as I would have said in yesterday's video, Paddy Power were playing on the first 10 in the US Masters at Augusta on anti-post bets. So just to remind you, I have Tiger Woods at 40-1, Patrick Reed at 28-1, Louis Oosthuizen at 50-1, and Brooks Koepka at 16-1. Now, bearing in mind again, folks, the top 10 is the figure you have to keep in mind. I just checked the leaderboard 2 minutes ago before I began recording. I notice at the top of the leaderboard, Dustin Johnson has got off to an absolutely flying start to his second round, and he has got himself to 10 under par. Paul Casey, of course, was the overnight leader even on 7 under, but a lot of the players didn't get to complete their first rounds yesterday, as the play was rained off due to, well, there you have it, rain, but there was thunder and lightning and that in Augusta as well, so they called a halt before a lot of lads had finished their first rounds. Now, I know Rory McIlroy was one of the ones who was halted early, but unfortunately it appears to be that a case that Rory's curse at Augusta is back with a vengeance yet again, because the last time I looked, the County Down man was 3 over par after 14 holes. Now that would have been of his first round, as I say, so he is probably He is probably, I would imagine, underway in the second round at the moment. But with Dustin Johnson and the likes of him going one way and Rory going the other, it appears to be yet another chapter to the US Masters horror story that has been Rory McIlroy's career at Augusta, going back to the time in 2013 when a certain Meath player, whose name will not be mentioned, texted me as the golf was progressing and said it's a good job he's not wearing white trousers today. The quip was, of course, in relation to the fact that his round had begun to melt down after he went into the final round with an 8-shot lead. But to get back on point as regards the players I have a special interest in myself. As of the start of the second round, 3 of the lads, Oosthuizen, Patrick Reed and Tiger, are all on -4, which, as the current leaderboard stand, is tied 8. Brooks Koepka is -3, which principally due to the fact that Johnson has come out and started in such a blaze of birdies. Koepka is now tied for 20th, but he still has more holes in front of him than behind him. So, look, any time with a golf bet that you're going into the third round, in other words after the cut, and the 4 of them are still standing, we can't really complain. Depending on how the day goes, time-wise for myself, I may check in later on in the evening when our 4 vested interests, if you want to call it that, come out, and we'll see how they're getting on. Or at the very worst, I will post as early tomorrow as I can, just having a look to see where they are in the field. So if you're watching the golf like I hope to be very shortly, sit back and enjoy it, or whatever sport tickles your fancy for tonight and over the weekend. I suppose we just have to be grateful we have it in these times, and I will catch up with you all again soon, please God.